What's going on, everybody? John Eric Poli here with MyMMANews at Extreme Couture in Las Vegas, joined today by Chris Curtis, who's fighting at UFC 289. So let's start right there. Just how excited are you to get back inside the cage? I know you just fought recently in April. There's obviously some problems with that fight. We get into that more, but just how excited are you to get back inside the octagon and get back into the win column?
Man, despite all the bullshit that goes with it, man, I love my job. I love fighting. I always say a lot of people in the sport don't like to fight, they like to win. I love fighting, man. So best way to get over, not getting the win, I'm not gonna call it a loss, not getting the win, is get back in there and do it. So I just can't wait to do it. After the fight, I was back in the gym Monday. I haven't missed a beat, didn't gain any weight, stayed in camp. So I've been ready to go. So it's nice when you can go to the next camp unhurt, like ready to go, and just full of piss and vinegar. So it's a good day.
And I remember when you first got into the UFC, we had actually done an interview, and you were talked about such a long, time coming for you to finally get into the UFC. Since you've been in the UFC, 7 fights, if I have that correctly, definitely making up for lost time. What are some of those keys, to staying active and staying busy in the gym like that?
For me, man, I tell people, I'm a guy, I've always trained 7 days a week for the last 15 years. As much as you hate training, I love fighting, it's what I do. But I'll be 36 in July, guys. So at this point, I tell people I'm back in the gym right away because I'm like an old truck in like a Russian truck in the winter. If you turn it off, it may never turn on again. Just let it idle. Just leave it on overnight. It's fine. So long as I'm right back in and keep going, I can stay active. I love what I do. Honestly, I really do. I really fucking love what I do, guys. Like this, I don't know what else I'd be doing without fighting. Like. Zero idea. So when I can get in the gym, hit people, hit my friends, get punched by my friends, I'm happy. So it just keeps me young, keeps me busy.
All right, before we get into more UFC 289 stuff, let's actually address some of this Kelvin Gastelum stuff. I know you mentioned before briefly you're very upset with it. You did appeal, if I'm not mistaken. Did you get any word on any of that?
It's such a slow process, and we knew from the get-go it was going to be an uphill battle, and it's probably nothing will come from it because no commission. Every commission everywhere gives you the same line about, defaulting to the judge's discretion, which is where the argument lies. That, well, the judge fucked up, so the ref fucked up. So what do you do? So it is what it is. It's probably nothing will come from it. But I'm not gonna just do nothing about it. Like fuck it. If I'm mad, you're gonna know I'm mad about it. So whatever. It just sucks, man. Of everything that happened that night, I feel like. It's just hard to say I lost to Kelvin. I feel like Kelvin was the one guy I beat that night. I just lost to the ref and the judges. So, but I can't hang my head on it too long. Be mad about it, whatever. But life goes on. There's money to be made. He knows what happened. The fans kind of realize what happened. Even commentary teams talked about it a few times. So it sucks not to have that feather in my cap, but I know that feather's in my cap.
Now, I know he is moving down to 170 pounds. That's been made pretty much official by him. He made a Twitter video about it and everything. Are you upset with that? Like, would you like to rematch him at some point, or is it all water under the bridge? You close that chapter.
Fuck that. There's no such thing as water under the bridge, and I can still make 170. So I don't think that's the reason why. I won't. No. I can still make 170. So we'll go. Once we get through Nassourdine, we'll figure out what to do about that one. But running to 170 is not going to keep me. That's not going to keep me from you. Nah, man, it doesn't work that way.
All right, UFC 289, let's go there. Now, obviously, we're here at your gym, training camp underway, wrapping it up pretty soon. Just how's camping going?
It's been great, man. It's really nice to kind of be mostly injury-free. I say that as I'm bleeding out of my eardrum right now. Yeah, my eardrum's bleeding. I'm like, oh, that's different. Yeah, that's a new one. But outside of that, man, it's pretty great, man. Camp has been really nice. It's the first time a year since probably what fight was that? I don't even know what fight that was. It's the first time in a while since before the Buckley fight that my hip hasn't really been too much of an issue, so I can move around. I have a couple of hip issues from that camp, so it's the first time that I wake up and I'm not completely crippled. I can walk around, I can move regularly, so that's really nice. So camp's been great. It's nice to not be in pain, which is freaking phenomenal. You forget what life is like when you're not crippled all the time. So it's a great fucking feeling. So camp's ending. We beat the shit out of each other today. It was fun. I'm probably concussed. I know some partners are concussed. It's a good day.
I say I witnessed all of it. He's telling the truth. Yeah, there was a lot of blood being shed there.
Everyone hurts today.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, it's Sean Strickland, a hell of a person to train with. Ty Gorder, another great person to train with. Just talk about all those guys that have been here, even your coaches, this gym in general, how much it's meant to you and helped you in your career.
It's great, man. Extreme Couture, I kind of finally feel like I've been in a lot of gyms, a lot of places. And I kind of just feel like I kind of found, where I fit, man. I've got some world-class coaches. Nate Pettit kind of runs most of my camp. It's been a godsend to me, man. He's like family. Eric Nixick, head coach here. Dude's kept me from retiring and like being off my rocker. I got some of the best training partners in the world. I got Sean Strickland, Brad Tavares, Marvin Vittori, Ty Werder. There's my boy Arnold over here. There's Gabriel Checo. We've got such a good groom in here for 70, 85, 205. It's hard to be in this gym and not get better, because if you're not up to the standard, then they'll beat you to death and just leave your body on the side of the road. So every day you get in here, man, you get guys pushing. It's just fucking awesome. Like this is the gym that like you look for when you're coming up, and like it's nice to finally be here. And like I got here, my career took off, man. So it makes a difference.
All right, let's talk about your opponent now. Just what have you seen out of him as you've been scouting him, and what's the expectations here for fight night? Obviously, I know you're going to give us a victory prediction here.
Okay, so it's Nassourdine. Is it Imavov or Imavov?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I've been fucking his name up for like.
It's a tough one to pronounce. I know.
I'm sorry, dude. Like I'm
That's why I was gonna let you do it.
Yeah, I'm fucking sorry, Nassourdine. I don't know. I gotta ask him. Like Joe Rogan says it like 3 different ways. The fucking man, I don't know. He's Russian French, which is strange. He's gonna come out. He's gonna kickbox, do some boxing, dance around like a French guy. He's gonna wrestle a little bit. It's going to be fine. My strategy has never changed from day one as MMA. I'm just going to go try to punch him a whole lot, and now I'm just going to punch him more. That's the secret. And, we've worked on headbutt defense and, like, getting off there. So, fuck it, man. I just want to fight. He's going to want to run around and do pretty shit, and I'm here to fight people. So I'm just going to go try to beat the ever-living shit out of him. And hopefully he'll be a man about it and try to fight me back and be fun. If not, I just make sure I beat him up enough to win. But regardless, I just want to fucking fight people.
All right, so now if I have this right, when I was doing the prep work for this interview, 3-0 in Canada. It's been very kind to you throughout your career here. Obviously, looking to go 4-0 here. Just how excited are you to return to Canada and fight there?
Dude, Canadian, like everybody laughs because I tell people like, dude, Canada and Mexico are my stomping grounds. Canada, I definitely made my bones in Canada coming up. I've never lost in Canada. Canada's been great to me, man. Like, I love the Canadian fans. They're they're still my most loyal fans out there, dude. Like the Canadian fans, and oddly enough, like the Turkish fans really love me as well. And Georgian, you guys are great too. I love you guys. But yeah, Canadian fans have been like diehard, ride or die since day one. Canada's my backyard. So I was #1 guy in Canada for like 4 or 5 years. Fuck it, I can't wait to go back, man. Like I miss Canada. I love being up there. I've trained up there before. A lot of good gyms and guys up there. I've trained at TriStar. I've trained at Champions Creed. A bunch of other places. Lee Mang's place out there. It's a fucking great place. So I'm super excited to just be back in Canada. Never lost in Canada. I don't plan on letting this guy be the first one to do it. So let's go. It's good to be home.
All right, man, I appreciate all the time and you coming out after practice doing this interview. I'll let you get the last word today. Social media, so people know where to follow you at. You have management, sponsorships, anything like that you got to plug, man. Floor is yours.
Yeah, sorry, I'm like in daze. My ear's like really bleeding, which is strange. It's a weird feeling. But yeah, man, you guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at ActionMan513. Most of you that do. Hey, still here. Everybody else, my management, Iridium Sports Agency, thank you guys as always. Keep me from being fired and getting me lots of money. Love you guys. And Foodie Fit. Foodie Fit sponsors me, guys. They've been doing my meal prep and my diet. I've been walking around at under 200 pounds for months. I feel great. Weight cut takes an hour for me, so thank you, Foodie Fit. Guys, check them out. Foodie Fit meal prep. You won't regret it, I promise.